Hey friends, let's talk about promos. I have here a pile of different uh, variations on how different record labels did promos. And at the end of this, I actually have a doozy. All right, we'll talk about that when we get there. Okay, so the first one is this Palance record here. I actually happened upon this in a lot of records. Record collector that had passed and went to an estate sale and picked them all up. He had actually got a news clipping from the Capitol Journal here in Topeka, Kansas, and this record looked normal to me when I picked it up, but then as I was listing it on eBay, I found out it was a white label. And the white labels, if you can see at the very top, it actually says promotion not for sale. Now, a lot of these promotion records went to record stores, they went to DJs, they went to radio stations, of course, and many of them got beat up pretty good. And it used to be that back in the 80s that when you got a promo, the promos were the discount version because they were open. They were usually open. They'd been sampled by the record store. They could have been, you know, they were usually in very good plus and lower, and you would find them in the dollar bin. And so a lot of these are in really bad condition, but this one is a survivor. It's in actually really pretty good condition. You can see here, I think I graded it VG++. And then this Troopers here, thick as thieves. So the indication that this was a promo was hard to catch. A lot of these clips here usually are wholesale, like people who buy lots of records and they clip them because they're discounted. And so a clip, there's misinformation on the internet, of course there is, but that the clips are all promos, and they're not. They're not even remotely. What constitutes a promo is something like this, a little sticker on it that says sample copy. And another thing that threw me is that it had the insert as well. Usually the promo copies don't have the inserts. But everything else looks the same. Now this one is in what I consider EX2NM, so extra to near mint. This one here, Matthew Wilder, you can see that it's on a clearance. Now this is exactly what you would expect to see. It's on clearance because it's a promo. You see up there. So again, on this one, you do not have any indication on the record that it's actually a promo. And this one is in, again, what I consider near mint to EX. Don't really try and decide that, it's debatable depending on whether you're a collector or somebody who just wants a quality record, what EX and NM are. People will say it's very easy to disguise. No, it's not. I've seen some records that are what I would consider VG plus listed as EX and not even remote. Anyway, so all that aside, again, here is another clearance and again another promo. And as I kept going through the bin where I was finding these, I kept finding this clearance sticker, and every time I would turn it over, it would be a promo. And there were a couple of really good ones in there. This one again is another one that's just in absolute immaculate condition. Don't know if it was even ever opened and played at the record store. This one is marked very clearly on the front, promotion not for sale. And again, this one is one that is in absolutely wonderful condition. Just like I don't even know that it was played. Again, these were all like that. There's a whole pile. I think I probably walked out with maybe 50 records. Those are what's left. It's been a while since I ran into those. Okay, so here's a set that I ran into of Bing Crosby promos. It's the A and the B, or, well, okay, so that's not the A and B. There's a 1 and a 2. Okay, so it's been a while since I opened this one. But here, this one's clearly labeled with, you know, not for sale. You know, this is a demo copy. All right, let's get this back in its package here. Man, that was embarrassing. Thought it was an A and a B. Man, that's what happens when you have too many records. Okay, here's another one. And this one, I always see it listed on eBay as a promo copy. And it is not promo. Okay, so if you see one of these, and so here's one hint that it's not a promo, is when every version on Discogs says promo sampler. Okay, so this was very likely just given away with some type of purchase. I don't know exactly what that may have been. This one is in superb condition. And it says on it, this is a promotional item. And it doesn't say anything about not for sale. It doesn't say anything along those lines. That would lead you to believe that it was supposed to be issued to a record store. Okay, or DJ. Okay, so here is another really, really cool find. And if you ever see one of these, pick it up. This is pretty cool. But before we get into this one, the reason that people like the promos, and those in particular are in pretty good shape, that Bing Crosby, I don't even know that it was opened either. But anyways, the reason that people like those is that they're usually the first off the press. Now, I say usually. There's exceptions to everything, right? But generally what they do is they take the top of the stack, which are the first pressed, and they send them out. So if you want an early pressing, you can get a promo copy. So anyways, so this one it says Jesse Collins, Young American Dream. And so it's not really like my type of music, but I like this kind of item because it's pretty cool. When you open it up, it is actually a proof copy. So it's not even a promo. It actually has, so test pressing from Specialty Records Corporation for the Elektra account, American Dreams, Jesse Collins, and then it has a phone number on here, and it is in absolutely immaculate condition. It's dirty. I'll probably someday get it out and clean it with the ultrasonic cleaner, but really, really cool item. Discogs does, I've not looked it up on here. The record is out there on Discogs, but this kind of pressing is usually not out there. So problem is finding the right person that actually cares about something like that. Well, that's what eBay's for, right? Okay, so here's the doozy. Here is the really cool find. Now, this is not vinyl. And I've only run into one of these in vinyl. I've run into a couple of these in, let's see here, let's make sure I'm not getting you nothing but glare here. Okay, so I've only run into a couple of these in CD. But, so this is Fish, New Year's Eve 1998. Okay, so let's go out here to Discogs real quick. Come on, buddy. Okay, you see that lapse right there? Between 1997, 98, and 99. There's no mention of a New Year's Eve 1998 release. And on here, it says, not for sale promotional copy. And if you look on the bottom of these discs, they are burnt discs. So my guess is, and I'm fairly certain, that this never went to press. They never published this. So there is no record of it existing, because there's probably only a handful of these out there. Most of them probably hit the bin long ago. So if you find something like this and it's not out on Discogs, hold on to it, because these can be worth quite a bit. I found an REM live recording very similar to this, and I ended up, I think I got like $250 for it, something like that. But it was basically a bootleg copy, but it was under an actual label. So, and it was a promo. Anyways, so if you found anything like this, put them in the comments. If you have any comments on any of this stuff, help educate me, and put it in the comments that I was wrong, or hey, this is something you can do with that, or hey, look there, especially this one. If you can find anything on this one, much appreciated. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you again.